diesel powered 240Z in the garage, not at the shop, which means that we've either driven it here or it got towed here. So I guess I'll leave that for you guys to find out. But you know, everything aside, the car is essentially done. I mean, project cars are never done. There's going to be little details we have to work through, but you'll see in this video we finished the last major bits of fabrication. It's been like 4 weeks since we posted. We worked really hard on the car this month, and I think it's come together great. So I'd appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video if you have been enjoying the series. I think that helps us out. I don't really know how the algorithm works. A lot of people think they know how it works. I don't think anyone does, but do it anyway just in case, and let's get right into the video. We're back, and I knew the hood was going to make a huge difference. I just didn't know it was going to transform it this much, but look at this thing. It fits great. We're not having any hood clearance issues. It's just a beautiful piece. All of the products are fantastic, and thanks to Simon for helping us out with this a little bit. You know, we appreciate it. For the first time in a long time, its new look is fully coming together. We just have to finalize everything, and we got to do something about these brakes. So not only are they tiny, they're not actually bolted on. It goes very fast, so it needs to stop very fast. And in order to do that, we got these bad boys, which are actually for a Challenger RT. They are going to be forced onto the car whether it wants it or not. That's what's happening. This is actually the rear brake, believe it or not. It's a 4-piston brake in a 6-piston body. The fronts are actual 6 pistons, and then these are 15-inch rotors, 16-inch rotors. I don't know, they're huge. All right, so here's what we're working with. It is all taken out. First thing we got to do is get rid of this atrocity. It doesn't even have vented rotors right now, so I mean, this is ridiculous. This is so overkill, it's not even...
Yeah, this car's never going to be able to actually use the full functionality of these brakes.
They will never overheat, ever. None of the other components on this car will outlast the brakes. No. It looks like, I don't know what comes to mind. I'm drawing a blank right now for some reason. So old hub is off, and it's small and shitty, and Silver Mine Motorsports, they make all sorts of stuff. They have big brake kits and 5-lug conversion for Z's and other cars, you know, along those lines, the same variety. And they make these CNC absolute monster hubs. And you know, a lot of people think that aluminum isn't a material that you should use for an application like this, but they've added structure in the form of filling in the bearing races, and there's a lot more material. These are probably like twice the size as the stock hubs, so I'm not worried about the strength. They're rated for racing, and we're gonna give them a try.
They did the opposite of Lotus. They complicated and added weight.
But they are lighter though.
So it's still light.
Where are you going with that? Do we have a game plan?
Yeah.
We're mounting them backwards.
Well, we're mounting them like Datsun once wanted them mounted. So stock rotors on the Datsun mounted to the back side of the hubs. And we actually have material to take off. If I open this up to that diameter, we have them hub centric, so I don't have to make any other parts. And if we mount the rotor backwards on the hat, it'll have worse cooling, but I don't think we'll have a problem with that, and it should clear all the gubbins behind it. So
it'll clear the giblets.
Yep.
All right, to the lathe. 3 draw is the best draw.
No, it's not.
Shut up. Get those butt searching gloves.
Ready for your exam, dude?
No, definitely not. Never say that to me again. Oh,
you almost had it.
So just take like a tiny bit more off. It goes on, but it doesn't need to be like an interference fit. So then once it is hub-centrically mounted on this, we just drill it to this bolt pattern. We'll be able to mark it through this side. There's enough material on the hat. Then that's mounted, and then the rotor itself bolts to that, and then the hub and the rotor will bolt to the car. And then all we got to do is make a caliper bracket. So this opens up doors if you see a brake kit that you like and you have thousands of dollars worth of machining equipment and you want to make
free.
Yes, this was just outside and some dude wanted to get rid of it, but you know, those types of things come through in life not that often. That's a nice cut. we'll explain this actually because it's kind of interesting. You enter your bolt pattern, and then you got this bolt use button. So where you're at in the current pattern, you can clear it out.
Doesn't even clear it out. What it does is it cycles through the pattern of however many bolt holes you select. So when you hit bolt use, it selects the next hole, which is number 4 in the pattern, and then it gives you the distance to go, which in this case is just 60 and a half millimeters that direction. So then you zero out the value it gives you, and that's the position of your next hole. Hella useful.
Wow.
Instead of having to do head math.
Viola. You mean voila, you
Uncultured swine!
Man, you're gonna grease it.
No, I'm not. This is not gonna burn itself. So this will be. This should be the correct side because I think if I remember correctly, with these uneven sized pistons, you want the largest piston first contact. And I'm thinking out loud. I could be entirely, completely ass backwards on it, but we'll find out. I'm sure someone will tell us. Yo, that almost bolts up.
Does it? Does it almost bolt up?
It's close enough to, it's like halfway hung.
Halfway hung like me.
Oh, medium
Oh,
penis.
Medium. Okay, so the front rotors are mounted, and for the next stage of this, we need to mount rear rotors, obviously. It's not gonna be as simple. We're gonna need to make a, pretty much an indexing ring to make them hub-centric, because they are way bigger than the hubs in the back. So we're gonna make this aluminum filler ring. Willwood themselves do this. For certain applications, you could buy a hub-centric ring for your specific hubs. We found one actually, but it wouldn't be here for another 2 weeks, and this video is already long overdue. So we're gonna make our own. Ow, it's hot. It's hot! All right, so notice concentric ring, concentrically concentrics. Yeah, so here's the one that's meant for the Challenger RT. We need the one that had a smaller inner diameter because these hubs are smaller. So that's all we did, mimic that. And then this slips over that. The inner step right here indexes with the inner step in there. Look at that. Good enough so the wheel's not gonna wobble. And now this can be bolted to the rotor, and this can be bolted to this, and we're good to go. So now this is gonna sound very simple. It's not though, but it's gonna sound and probably look pretty simple in the video. Just gotta modify the caliper brackets to fit S14 stuff, S13 stuff. So we'll do a machining montage, and it'll bolt on, and we can all pretend it was as easy as it looked in the What do we got here?
All right, bud. All right. Oh, that's a good sign.
Should I go get the hub?
Yeah, I'll do that.
This man just said, let's make sure it fits before we film it.
I don't
But
like
that's-
being embarrassed on the internet. Let's see how well I measured. Okay.
Hey, hoo.
Not bad, actually. You're just upset because you got me to work for 4 hours on your car.
So Sam's finishing up that bracket, and I have to actually install the rotor hat to the rotor. What's interesting about this is that they use, for safety reasons, this hardware that has these little pinholes in it, and you're gonna want to use this lock wire. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna put some blue Loctite, tighten all these down. Then I'll show you what you do with the lock wire when we're at that stage. The idea is you wire pairs of bolts together so that if one loosens, it actually tightens its pair. So you see I got these wired together with the stainless steel lock wire. So if you were to theoretically try to loosen this one, it would pull this one and rotate it, you know, it would tighten it. And the same thing with this one. If you were to try to back this one off, it would pull this one in the other direction and tighten it. So as a pair, they can't back off because it'll be attempting to make the other one tighter. So these are in a state of exactly how they are, and they won't change because of the safety wire. So I'll show you how to do that. It's easy to do this backwards. Pretty much you just want to make sure that it's achieving the relationship that I was just talking about. If you were to have this going the other way around, if you were to loosen one, it would just put slack in the wire and not actually do anything. So you put the wire through the bolt, there's a little hole in here, and then you go around this way and then come back up through, and then you use the safety wire pliers, and this has like a, you see this little spinning thing here on the end? That'll actually spin the pliers like that, and that's how you get this little twist in it. So I'll show you that now. And then if I just pull this, that's how it does. Just put the thing back down. Probably 1 or 2 more times. This is making this tighter. It's putting tension on the wire. That looks pretty good. Now I'm just gonna take some regular dikes and there you go. It's got pretty good tension. It's gonna do what I want it to do. So I only got 2 more actually, not bad. Okay guys, today is an exciting day because it's somewhat of a final assembly. We got some brackets and some cool doodle bops for the carbon fiber hood, so that's going to go on. It's going to go on with the hinge this time, so we don't have to take it off and leave it off. Like, we're not going to have to put this hood on the ground, or you know.
Ideally, it also shouldn't be able to fly away.
Yeah, it shouldn't exit the car into the atmosphere, so that'll be nice. You can see that the brakes are officially
Broke.
they're broke. Yeah, so they even have lines and everything. These are actually hooked up to the car. Like I said, we know this is mounted backwards. It needs to be for the purposes of making a Challenger RT kit work on a Datsun. So that's that. The backs just need lines. James working on that. We got some nice parts from Vibrant that I had a lot more footage of, but I dropped my phone off my boat into the ocean. Anyways, we're gonna do a review of this. If you don't know what this is a boost controller. Pretty much when you screw it clockwise, it increases boost pressure. Now what's really nice about this one specifically, what I like about it right off the bat, is you can see these little detents here. You hear that? Most times when you get one of these little boost trees, it's kind of a mystery how much you turn it, but they make it so you can have incremental changes. So already this is higher quality than anything we've experienced as far as boost trees go. So it's worth noting, guys, that we use Vibrant stuff wherever possible. They did help us out a little bit on this build, so big thanks to Vibrant. We will continue to use their stuff as long as possible and everywhere we can because they make really good stuff. We got a catch can that used to be right here, but we'll show it when we redo the bracket. It's really cool catch can, but we're gonna get the brackets, the stock brackets for the hood because we like the way that it opens like this. We want to have this somewhat still be a Datsun kind of. It's not really at all anymore, but
It has a diesel derivative of the engine that came in this car. That was a copy of the engine this is a derivative of. That makes sense. It's the biggest tinfoil hat theory ever, but it's actually true.
all right. Well, this is the exciting world of brake lines.
I'm setting a standard. What the fuck is this? Why is this shaped so fucking stupid? On what planet is this like, what? Like how do you even?
So this is brake lines.
I'm gonna have to go grab pliers, aren't I?
In the back here, we got our MDF carpet back down. We got the addition of speakers. I don't think I've showcased the power locks, Devin. What are you sawing apart? His whole body is so still. He's only oscillating the saw. So here's the Datsun key. Goes in the floor right there. What's cool though is we've wired up automatic door locks. Oh, does it do the lights? I've never seen a Datsun do this.
That's I guess I wired those right. We haven't tested that yet. I was not sure if that was going to work.
Wow, that's so cool. So also from Vibrant Performance, we got a catch can, very important for us. We're getting some crankcase blow-by, a little bit, not a lot. It's not enough to be concerned, but it is something we need to do something about. So we have modified the bracket that is included. It actually squishes between the top and the bottom of the catch can. I'll show you that in a second. But we've modified ours, just stainless steel, to bolt to the firewall and hold the catch can upright. This was straight. We just made a cut and then tigged it at the 90-degree angle. So this is actually a good time to show you the catch can itself, because I can kind of show you a little bit of the features, what makes it nice. This one, obviously, it's baffled, which is what you want. It will make the vapor condensate, and then it's got a nice little screen on the top to catch any like vapors that are coming out. And you'll notice that even under the screen there's a gasket, so very high quality. Now the idea is your blow-by is going to contain some oil vapor, and hopefully you want it to condensate and drip down and not come out and go all over the place, but it will eventually start filling up. Now what's cool about this one is obviously there's a drain plug on the bottom. You could actually just run that back to your oil pan, but we're just going to leave it as a drain plug. But what's nice about this specifically is that this right here on the cap, that's actually a dipstick, so you can tell how full it is. You can keep an eye on it and drain it or do whatever you got to do with it when it's time. So this thing actually has massive capacity, so we're not expecting it to fill up quickly, but this is super cool. Just got to drill it into the firewall now. And again, another high quality part from Vibrant. Boys, the car is in a state of pretty much complete. We've been really busting ass on it this month. It's been a huge project, but here it is. It's driving around. We got 100 miles on it already. We wanted to kind of work out some of the bugs, and obviously things are going to keep coming up, but right now it's in our driving around height with the air system, and the brakes are working great. It's a little dirty right now. We could have cleaned it up for the video, but it's looking pretty fine. Yeah, show them them brakes. It takes up pretty much the entire wheel. These are 18s. Oh wait, what about this interior though?
They're massive.
Put that boy on wide angle. Boom. Let them see them 3D printed panels. We're pretty happy with how everything came out. Huge thanks to Sam for designing literally every little thing we asked him to. What about those the speaker holders? Devin, tell them how long it took Sam to make these.
We went with small speakers up front, and they needed to be spaced out about an inch. I brought the idea up to Sam, and within probably like 6 minutes he had them made and the 3D printer was going.
We still got. This kind of stays up on its own. We need to add a prop. Install is looking pretty clean, not gonna lie. You know, I wanted a black one, but the blue is growing on me. So, I mean, we have dyno pull stuff. We're gonna do some highway pulls in the next video to get this thing. It's important to go down to Mexico and sort it out proper. So we're gonna do some highway pulls. We'll do some driving around in this one for sure. Like literally in about 2 seconds. But just look at this thing, guys. I mean, this was our vision from the beginning. Let us know in the comments how you're feeling about it right now. I think it's looking great. This is probably gonna be the thumbnail. We've been driving it. It's pretty much as nice as, I mean, we've had Datsuns before.
Yeah, it's as nice as you could ever expect to see to be, if not better.
Yeah.
That guy was a fan.
That dude rolled by on a bike and said, nice Porsche. Let's go do some driving. All right, so it's pretty quiet. There's no holes in the floor now. And what's cool about diesel torque is you can shift at like 1500 RPM in every gear, which is lit. And I'll demonstrate, like, I'll do like a little pull, but like how you would normally drive it is.
The casual driving is really nice.
Shifter's nice, steering wheel's on wrong, but
Nah, dude, that's straight.
we ain't gonna worry about that. Needs an alignment, the back's towed in a little bit, but despite that, it drives pretty straight. You know, guys, we wanted to build something that works, so we put a lot of time into making sure this wasn't just a YouTube novelty car. We want to use the thing. Kind of cruises
That's
like
why
a
it's got cool
Rolls-Royce.
features, like a stereo.
See, it's got a radio in it. It's got a squeak in the back that's really pissing me off.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what that is. It's super annoying.
Give it some juice, I guess.
Damn.
Still really fast.
And those brakes will try and put you through the windshield if you fuck around with them.
The brakes work really good.
She hauls, dude.
So yeah, we'll probably take it back now. It's got a few little drips from like the turbo drain and stuff like that. We gotta sort stuff like that out, but it's working really good. We got a little over 100 miles on it.
The Sparko looks fucking ginormous behind you because it's at the
because you got
very
the wide
edge of
angle.
it. Yeah, it's at the very edge of the wide angle. It's the biggest seat ever.
All right, boys, that's gonna do it for this one. Videos coming quicker than they have been. We really just wanted to hammer it down and get it done. It is mechanically and like fabrication, all those really complicated things, most of that's out of the way. So now we just get to drive it and have fun with it, test it, see what it can do. Devin's gonna pick a winner for the video giveaway. If you guys aren't familiar with the channel, we give away stuff from boostedshades.com every single video. Even if you don't win, check out boostedshades.com. It's the best way to support us and make sure that we can keep building ridiculous cars like this.
All right, this video's winner is ATA Master Shake.
Aqua Tea's Hunger Force, all right. All right, hit us up at Team Boosted at boostedshades.com or through any of our social media accounts. We'll get back to you and ship you something. If you guys want to win, all you got to do is like, subscribe, leave a comment. The comment could be anything. I already asked you guys, what do you think about the car? That's going to be the comment in this video. You just drop that down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. You're eligible to win stuff. You're eligible to win stuff from boostedshades.com.
Yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.